High Wire Brewing Company, the latest in the South Slope edition of breweries. I'm with Chris and Adam, two of the 4 co-founders of High Wire. Now you wouldn't know by looking around, but we're in the space formerly occupied by Craggy Brewing Company. And let me just first comment on how great the space is. I feel very HGTV saying that. You guys did a fantastic job on making this hip, opening it up. I love the metalwork. Who did that? Let's give somebody some props.
One guy is kind of his whole vision in here. His name's Chuck Bursima. He's a local woodworker, metal artist, just regular artist. Kind of does it all. This whole thing was his vision. He transformed the place, did all the metal work, and kind of had the vision for all the reclaimed barnwood and everything.
He did a fantastic job.
He's a talented guy. Favorite thing he did is our light fixture above the bar here.
Love this.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Trapeze artist?
Trapeze artist. He's got the tightrope walker walking over the bar, so to work hard.
Is that a Walenda?
Yeah, it's not. No, it's a local Asheville tightrope walker.
Okay, give us the story, the A to Z High Wire. First of all, where did the idea come from, and where did the name come from?
Sure, you know, Asheville's a bit of a circus, so we always had that kind of in the back of our mind.
True story.
Not a lie. So yeah, I mean, we were just kicking around a lot of ideas, and it just seemed like every third idea or so ended up being circus related, and we just loved the name. I mean, we wanted the brand to kind of embody everything that we wanted to say about ourselves. That we're open air, we're independent, we're authentic, we're raw, and we wanted to embody a lot of that old time circus imagery. So, you know, all of our artwork is hand drawn. It was done by a local artist, and you know, kind of speaks for who we are. So we put it all together, and High Wire, you know, had a nice little ring to it. So that's who we are. You
also could have gone with a zoo theme. That also would have worked.
We made sure, we were like, there's a line here between old-time circusy and scarier children's circusy.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
So there aren't any clowns in our
Thank you for that. Hate clowns, they freak me out. We might have had to throw hands if we had clowns. Now you got 4 guys that founded and opened it together. Does each bring individual skills, or you guys all bring a little bit of everything?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'd say day to day, I could tell you about us. Chris runs all the beer stuff. I mean, when it comes to operations, Chris is the man, manages deliveries, receipts, grain orders, managing the staff here on hand. We don't do any of the brewing. We've got professional brewers. We've got 3 guys in-house that work full-time, managing that staff. And I'm kind of the guy behind the scenes that they don't let out of the office. So it's a little weird seeing natural light. I'm used to just fluorescent bulbs, you know. It's been good on my complexion, I think.
Don't feed you after midnight. Don't pour any water on you.
No, please don't. Please, it's doctor said no. So
bringing up the beer, that seems like the perfect transition to sample something.
Absolutely.
That sounds great.
Let's grab a pour.
So currently, you guys have 6 beers you're brewing, correct?
That's right.
Okay, we've got a couple of mountain stores already, which is fantastic. You guys really came running out of the gate. I've never seen anyone open their doors to their tasting room and had 6 packs in stores at virtually the same time. How did that come about? How did that happen? The timing of that?
You know, when we all started kind of dreaming up this plan of opening a brewery, you know, we're brewery number 15 around town. We knew we had to do something to kind of set a mark and kind of get noticed a little bit. You got to bring your A game. So we kind of felt that at the time we started drawing up the business plan, there was a lack of readily available packaged beer made coming out of Asheville.
It's true.
So we really wanted to fill that hole. So it was hard work. We did it all in about 4 or 5 months. All of our artwork, design, packaging, figuring out how to use a bottling line and a labeler. But we made it happen. We're pretty proud of it.
And I guess people maybe get the 6-pack in the store, they've read about you or seen it somewhere, and then they come here to the tasting room and they get to try some of these.
Exactly, yeah. You know, we really wanted to reach out to a different kind of beer fan who really doesn't go to bars and restaurants very often.
So that's the Hefeweizen.
Yep, that's our Hefeweizen. It's our summer seasonal.
Summer seasonal.
Now. Yep.
Very light, as you'd expect. Floral.
Kind of has some banana-y notes to it.
Cloves, a bit.
We tried to keep pretty true to the style on the Hefeweizen.
Very
wanted
tasty.
it to really have that good banana estery flavor to it. Sort of.
Very good.
Yeah, let those flavors shine.
Very good. Next up, the pale ale, going up the taste spectrum.
Exactly. Yeah. Kind of on this one, what we do is we dry hop with Simcoe hops. That's kind of really what you're tasting. We really wanted that hop profile to shine.
And it does.
Yeah.
And it does. Very good beer. This is one I've been enjoying at my house, the IPA.
Can't let you drink alone.
Yeah, there you go.
I was wondering.
Cheers.
Yeah, our IPA is a West Coast style IPA. Little maltier than normal, but because of that, it ends up being very balanced.
Which I enjoy, and for people that are wondering West Coast versus East Coast, first of all, there really is no East Coast style.
Sure.
There's an English style and American style. West Coast, basically, I guess, and I've researched, no one really has the answer why it's called that. It seems because they started brewing it on the West Coast. Green Flash might be the best example of it, or the best known example of it. But this is a fantastic, true to the style as it is. Because there's a lot of, it just basically means, I guess, a little hoppier, a little maltier.
Exactly. Yeah, very, very hop forward.
Yeah, and I think that it's becoming a hallmark of our brewer's style that all of our beers are very well-rounded. It's our IPA especially, I think, is a perfect example of it.
Delicious.
It's not shy on the hops, 61 IBUs, but it's still, because it's got a hop backbone to it, or a malt backbone to it, it still finishes clean. So.
And the final is the brown?
Brown. Brown is we call it an ode to the English brown. So it's not a true English, just English style. Really, a lot of caramel and toffee notes to it.
That's very smooth, but has a very pronounced flavor profile. You taste it. Like some browns, for some brewers, are almost a throwaway. It seems like you have to make one. You know, some people, I don't think, put the effort into it. I think they put all the effort into the hoppier beers, or if you're making a double or a triple IPA or something, or a Belgian or whatever, and they go, here's a brown.
Yeah.
But this here is a very tasty beer. You had mentioned this was kind of your sleeper.
It's kind of, yeah, I like to call it our sleeper. So it's a lot of people have it in their head that they don't like a brown, and they taste ours and they're kind of pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, one of the more common comments, I don't like browns, but I'll have another one.
I'll have a brown. But for the record, I don't like browns.
Yeah, exactly.
So Adam and Chris with Highwire Brewing Company, Asheville's newest and probably not last.
Yeah, probably not.
Located on the South Slope, if you know where that is, in downtown Asheville. Basically where Craggy used to be, if you still don't know where we are, on the other side of Tire Kingdom, near the infamous Hot Spot.
That's right.
Not far from Cox Avenue, and another brewer, Asheville Brewing Company. And of course, down that way, you've got Green Man
and Burial. Exactly.
So not a bad way to spend some time. Come to this side of town, the South Slope, enjoy some beers at Highwire, hang out with the guys. And I can't think of a much better day than that.
Yeah, not at all. So, cheers. Thanks for coming.
Appreciate it.
Opening at 4 each day?
We open at 4 Monday through Thursday. Friday we open at 2. Saturday at noon. Sunday at 2. And we're open late every night, so midnight or later.
Like them on Facebook, and you got a website too?
Highwirebrewing.com. It's hiwirebrewing.com.
I think we covered all of it.
Awesome.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.